Vikrant. 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 Rishabh. What? Wait. Don't push it. God, man. Can you stay there? What happened? Yeah. Sorry. Hi, Rishabh. Good to see you. Because you're in the name. That's okay. Yeah, no.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Priya and Prabhus as well. Welcome to the 76th Vysya Puja for Bir Krishna Maharaj. Now, Gurudev will talk shortly, but before that, we have a few housekeeping rules. Parents with children, if they want to use the jumping castle, please supervise your kids. And also the bathrooms for the gents, it's outside on the driveway. And for the ladies, please use the bathroom inside there, just behind the steps. Okay? So coming up, we'll have Gurudev talk. We'll also have the offerings begged by Govardhan Prabhu after that. And then we will have Pushpanjali, Arti, cake cutting as well, and of course Prasadam. And in between there will be the chance for families to come up and offer flowers as well. So if families can come up together, that will help with the timing of the event. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to introduce Gurudev Bir Krishna Maharaj, who grew up in Long Island, New York, a while ago, and as a child, he had everything, but his mother wanted him to be an engineer, a doctor, or a lawyer, and he went to university and studied, where he was a gifted scholar, and at that time he came into contact with Prabhupada's books, and also the Happening album, if I remember right, and then met the devotees, but at that time the devotees were a little bit, how can I say, fanatical, and so until Gurudev met Srila Prabhupada, it was then that he decided to join ISKCON and dedicate his life to spreading Krishna consciousness and following his Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada. So then, soon after, this was in 1971, 1972, Gurudev started giving Sunday feast lectures straight away, helping in the Gurukul, distributing Prabhupada's books all over the USA, and then also in South America, and translating Prabhupada's books in Spanish as well. It was then in 1978, Gurudev took sannyas in Lima, Peru, and then in the early 80s, he started New Galoka, which was in North Carolina. Some of you have been there, like Krishna Goswami, Hare Krishna. And then he single-handedly designed, built, constructed, started the construction, living or camping for a whole year. And also networking to raise the necessary funds to build the temple. In the 90s, Gurudev was invited to join the GBC, and he has served on that committee for the last 30 years. And then his areas of responsibility were Fiji, of course, Southeast USA as well, and Slovenia as well. Not anymore. Okay. So, and of course, we're lucky that he now comes to Australia, New Zealand, Melbourne even, Sydney. So not only does Gurudev have all disciples and teaching us about spiritual life, but also he's teaching us how to live a long life, a life in the mode of goodness with cooking classes. tips on how to live a long life, like exercising, getting plenty of sleep. So not just for us, but he's repeating this at the GBC meetings as well. So we're fortunate that he comes here, but not only is he spreading Krishna consciousness and giving us those tips, but also he's bringing others closer to Krishna with what's called bridge preaching as well, with past life regression, love yoga as well, and other forms as well. So, and we're very fortunate that he continues to come here and give us the opportunity to serve him and also to inspire us in our devotional service. Because otherwise, as we said before, he'd be quite happy to stay in Gaudiya and immerse himself in the pastimes of Krishna there. So, on behalf of Navadvip and Govinda Mohini, our guest, please give a big welcome to His Holiness, Bir Krishna Maharaj. Bir Krishna Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Now I can take my earplugs out. So, Om Ganam Vysya Ganam Jana Shagaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Namaha. So, I joined the Krishna Consciousness movement in 1971, as was mentioned. And at that time, I had no plans to be in the situation I'm at now. My plan then was to be a humble servant of His Divine Grace of the Prabhupada. And now we're a proud, let's say, listener to all of our glory. So actually my plan didn't come out well. I had planned to give up my false ego, and now my false ego is being enhanced by this program and similar programs. So you see, you plan so many things, and then Krishna has some other plan. So when I joined, I was a humble brahmachari, very humble. And first service we did was actually distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. And that made me more humble. Because when you go out and preach and share Krishna consciousness, it's not like having everybody sing your glories like here. I don't expect this program to be challenging. Everyone will be saying nice things, I hope. And if they don't, we have Navadvip and some others who are trained to take care of them. But when you go out and preach, a lot of people, perhaps most of the people, say no, get away, get a job. Nobody says get a job nowadays. You're too old to get a job. So it was really challenging. And this is actually the training that was very useful for my Krishna consciousness. As mentioned in the Bhagavatam, Brahmachari Gurukule Vasan Nandagororitam Archayan Dasavan Nicho. What does that mean? For scholars. It means a brahmachari should live in the ashram of his spiritual master, Gurukule. Vasan Danta, he goes there. But he learns Danta, how to control the senses, which is really important. And that was actually a good lesson for me, because as was mentioned, I came from quite a wealthy family, and then we had to sleep on the floor with 30 other people in the same room, and share one bedroom. Great austerity. But it was blissful. Because when you give up your false ego, at least temporarily I did, but when you give up your false ego, you experience happiness. Because this false ego and all the attachments we have are like burdens on our back, like monkeys. Some of you may be familiar in management with the monkey style of management. Anyone heard of that?
Yeah.
What is that style? If someone gives you a monkey, you got to do it. You immediately give it to someone else. Because this false ego is a monkey like that. So not that you give your false ego to someone else. That's not a good idea. So it was an enlivening experience. Just being a servant of Srila Prabhupada. Preaching Krishna consciousness. Having to endure austerities. Having to endure people saying no. People making fun of me. That was very purifying. And that's what we want. We want to become purified. So, Pasandanda, Guranitam. Guranitam means to work for the benefit of the Guru. In my case, that's His Divine Grace, Bhakti Development Swami Srila Prabhupada. So that was my training in the beginning. Everything is based on the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Archayan. One develops good behavior. There's prachar and achar. Many people can speak nicely. It's called prachar. But then achar means to act nicely. So there's discipline. And then above all, archayan, dasavan. What does dasavan mean? He's full of service. Pretty good. And fits, did show. And then he learns, ultimately the last part of the verse, that the Guru is actually one's real friend. Like we hear, you're the friend of the poor, the Lord and Master of the devotees, about the spiritual master. That's our real friend. So sometimes, if someone is our real friend, they will chastise us. They will discipline us, right? Just like we see in the story, this is the month of Damodar, of Manigriva Nalakuvara. Narada Muni apparently was acting as their enemy, but actually he was acting as their friend. He cursed them, become trees. But trees in the courtyard of Mount Maharaj, and ultimately they saw Krishna and became purified. So that's a benediction. So sometimes with the Guru there's something called tough love. Sometimes disciples say to me, just be kind to me. Of course I am a lot kinder than I was years ago, that's true. I know about it. So, but Prabhupada actually said the Guru's business is to chastise the disciple. But Prabhupada was walking one time with Surabhi Maharaj, Surabhi who's passed away, and he was the one who designed the Vrindavan temple and the Mumbai temple. And everyone was praising him. And Prabhupada said, that is not my business to praise him. I took this as statement. He who praises me is my enemy. Why? People are praising us to get us to do something, to control us. So the Guru chastises us. Of course, don't worry, I'm not going to chastise everyone. So what do we do in the situation that most of you were not brahmacharis? Anybody here was ever a brahmachari before? Not a single person, probably. Anybody? Raise your hand if you were ever a brahmachari. Amartasya, will you? Yes? Raise your hand. Or a brahmacharini. One person amongst all of you. Wow. So what do you... What? Another one? Oh, brahmacharini. 2 people. Haribol. We have 2 trained up devotees here. The rest of you, what does it say? Mama Janmani, Janmani Sure. Anyway. Oham Janmanumante, Janmamam Prabhajate, Vasudeva Sampadi. So the real about. For those of you who don't understand Sanskrit, it means after many learned verses best. So, anyway, I'm not trying to discourage you, but there is a way you can actually develop the brahmachari consciousness. Prabhupada, just about everybody here is married, or want to be married. You want it? There's a candidate there. We're young girls. So, there's a way you can develop that consciousness. It's not as quick and easy as I endure. If you know what endure. I experience. But it's a question of imbibing, especially those of us, which is everywhere here, who are members of Krishna consciousness movement, imbibing the mood of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My position is, again, I'm simply a servant of Prabhupada. Actually, to be truthful, I'm realizing that more now than when I was a brahmachari. Why am I realizing it right now? Because I see everyone saying nice things about me, and I know the real truth about myself. I know it. Yeah, I'm a rascal. But I'm devoted to Srila Prabhupada's order, will, mission. So that's the point. So I'm learning more. It's helping me develop what? Trinadapi, Trinichena. Dorabisli Ishtuna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtaniya Siddhahari. Those who don't know Sanskrit or Shastra. That means one should be more tolerant and free, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer respects, that means service to others. So I see my position as serving all of you. So I'm thinking, this is my service. I would much rather be taking prasadam. No, not really. I'm happy. I'm happy doing this. It's not that I would rather do something else. But I'm simply identifying myself as Prabhupada's servant. You are serving Prabhupada and Prabhupada's representative, hopefully. And I am serving Prabhupada. So we're all doing the same thing. And ultimately, as mentioned in this verse that I was quoting about Brahmachari Guru Kulai, the Guru is the friend. One sees the Guru as his or her friend. So I consider all of you to be my friends. Don't think that you should become my intimate friend. Hey, Guru Maharaj, how you doing, buddy? And I'm from Guru business. No. So nothing. But because there's etiquette, too. But just like Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he would always say when someone offered him a obeisance, what would he say? Does anyone know? No one knows. Dasos me. What does that mean? I am your servant. Domanina manadena. I am actually here to serve all of you. So getting back to the point, to those of you who are married and want to be, how do you develop that mood? Because you're obviously not going to enter into the brahmacharya ashram. And obviously, I don't have time to go around and chastise each and every one of you. If I tried to do that, I'd probably have a heart attack pretty quickly. So one has to imbibe the Guru's mission, attitude, mentality, and be able to personally associate with the Guru 24 hours a day on the spiritual platform. Just like we know there is Babu and there is Vani. The physical presence is important, but it is not as important. The Vani. And Vani doesn't mean just words. It means, one of my favorite verses, Mano Bishtam, like the verse about Rupa Goswami. Shri Chaitanya Mano Bishtam Shtapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadamkam. It actually means to understand the mood and intention. Because sometimes one can take the literal word of the spiritual master and act against the intention. You know, like Prabhupada, for example, he gave many instructions, but his instructions were basically for time, place, and circumstance. I'm not talking about instructions about chanting or anything like that. I'm talking about instructions about preaching. Prabhupada said, utility is the principle. That means his instructions would vary according to the person. One time he said to a sannyasi, for example, sannyasi's business is always to travel. Another time he said to a different sannyasi, just stay in one place and develop this project. That's why Prabhupada actually didn't want his letter book distributed, because these are all time, place, and manner instructions. So one has to be able to understand, Mano Bishtam, like Prabhupada did. Prabhupada adjusted certain details in order to spread Krishna consciousness, not the principles. What were those details? Prabhupada adjusted the number of rounds, letting ladies become brahmacharis in temples. So many details Prabhupada adjusted that were different than the details given by his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, required that everybody living in the temple would chant 64 rounds, unless they were full-time preachers. He wouldn't let the brahmacharis use cars to go to the doctor. They had to walk. So, very strict. But Prabhupada was extremely lenient. Prabhupada lived with Malachas. Malachas that had cat food in their refrigerator. That may appear shocking. What's wrong with cat food? That's Malacha. Anyway, I'm not going to get into details. Okay, some of you may have pets. Have to be careful. Pull back. All right, so, but Prabhupada adjusted the detail. So it's important to be disciplined by the spiritual master. As I mentioned myself, I am representing Prabhupada. So whatever I'm representing to the devotees should be and is coming from Prabhupada, Prabhupada's mood. If I do anything, I try to imbibe Prabhupada's mood. When I make a decision, I try to think. I do think. So anyway, I try to do think. Sorry. Got to praise myself. So, I think, what would Prabhupada say? Would Prabhupada want me to say this, do this? talk to this person in a particular way. Just like even right now, I'm actually thinking there's a motivation just to reveal my inner thoughts. There's a motivation. What thought does Prabhupada want me to communicate to everybody? That's what I'm thinking. And that's what if we want to advance in Krishna consciousness, why should you want to advance in Krishna consciousness? It's just the only way to be satisfied and happy. I mean, that's a material, not material, but it's a personal motivation. But just to love Krishna. Dushanti cha ramanti cha. It's your nature. That's why. I mean, I don't have a better answer. If I say to be happy, yeah, that's true too. But it's not the ultimate goal. It's just my nature is to serve Guru and Krishna. Devas will call him to Krishna Das, but we talk about Dasa, 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 Das. So one needs to imbibe that mood. How did you imbibe the mood? I mean, that's the hard thing. Or easily. Shru shru shrav shrananasya vasidena kata ruchi shanmahat sedaya vipra punya shran kirtana. You know that whole school? Is our local scholar. She's a repository of Sanskrit verses. Whatever I know, she's taught me. So anyways, that's usually how I chastise devotees, just to give you a hint. It's through sarcasm. It's not through yelling or anything like that. It's like sarcastic comments. Okay. So by hearing through Shrana with faith, Ado Shrana, by hearing with faith from Srila Prabhupada and other great devotees who are serving Srila Prabhupada, then we take it within our hearts. What's that verse? Bhavanti Vrit Karna. Rasayana Tata, as Lord Kapila states, third canto Bhagavatam. Satam Prasangam Mama Virya Sambhano Bhavanti Vritkarna Rasayana Tata Jajoshana Dasu Apavarga Vartmane Shada that we take the sound vibration, not just go to our brains. You know, sometimes we hear something, and then we just function on the mental platform. Just like the other day, I was asked the question, how to be sincere in Krishna consciousness, how to chant sincerely. And instead of answering it, I said, what do you mean by sincerity? The sincerity is just mental. It has no, to me, it doesn't mean anything. Sincere? What does it mean? I mean, practically, I know what the word means. Pretty expert in English. But when it comes to the heart level, what does it mean? Sincere. Like Dhruva Maharaj, I guess he was sincere. He wanted a kingdom greater than that was the Maharaj. His sincerity. So it means to execute Krishna consciousness from the heart. You let that sound vibration, not just know a whole bunch of verses. Anyway, I'm modeling how to chastise people. So when I do things, I also model. You understand? It's actually an important part of teaching, is model how to teach. So not just learning a whole bunch of verses, but to imbibe them in one's heart. Not just the verses, just the sound vibration itself. Even if you don't understand the verse, the vibration itself will purify your heart. Like Prabhupada had the devotees listen to his classes in Hindi when they didn't understand Hindi, or Bengali when they didn't understand Hindi or Bengali. Prabhupada said, you shouldn't leave the room, just listen, it's purified. So that sound vibration contains within it the saffron dust particles in the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality. So you hear, and you develop that discipline. We talked about discipline in the beginning. You promised Shara will like somebody. Huh? then you develop that internal discipline, that devotion, that dedication, and that is love. And then you could all be brahmacharis, even if you're married. Like Prabhupada even coined the term brahmachari grahastha. Did you know that? Some of you may have not have heard that. Brahmachari grahastha, because brahmachari means someone who's dedicated to Brahman. I'm not talking about impersonal Brahman. I'm talking about Allah. That's brahmachari. So you can all be like that. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, it doesn't matter if you're absorbed in transcendental sound vibration. Aho bhatta swa pachatawa kodyan, yati bhagri vartate namatuyam. It doesn't matter. You're chanting the Lord's holy names, absorbed, letting Vanti Vritkarna Rasayana Kata, Dijosha Vasyoga Varga Vargani. The sound vibration go from your ear to your heart. Doesn't matter your background. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It really doesn't matter at all. Because you can develop that internal devotion, dedication, discipline, simply by the sound vibration process. Very interesting. So what does one do when one develops that? Then one, first of all, manifests the qualities that we've been discussing the last few days. That one wants to engage, symptom that you're actually making advancement, symptom that you're actually hearing nicely, symptom that you're being disciplined. You want to serve the Vaishnavas. You know, Vaishnavas say, but we've been talking about these 3 days. You have a desire to serve the Vaishnavas. It's like, I am really happy to be able to serve all of you and communicate whatever message I have. You develop that desire. It's so... I remember once in Fiji, okay, here's a Fiji story for those of you from Fiji. Some of you may be from Fiji. Anyway, once I was at the Suva temple. Suva's part of Fiji. So, it was a Sunday feast. And I noticed that all the devotees, full-time devotees, they were actually in line first to take prasadam. And the guests had to serve them. Interesting. So as soon as I noticed that, I said, not only go back to the end of the line. You know, I have a position I can order people around. It's fun. So GBC. Great big character. So I ordered them, not only go back to like, you serve. And they said, what? Us? Sir? What about prasadam? I said, you eat prasadam every day of the week. You think you're going to starve? You're already horizontally challenged. I'm not going to explain what that means. I said, you serve. And I said, just to show them, I started serving the guests. And then I noticed that the devotees who were serving the guests had a frown on their faces. Maharaj is asking me to do this. I have to do this. You know, wrong energy. Wrong energy. They were thinking, I've been ordered to do it. So the whole point is, one has to do things gladly with one's heart, joyfully. So I pointed that out to them, and then I set an example. I was going around, and I was enjoying myself, serving, and I was smiling at everybody. Almost fully. And it was bliss. It was so much fun. You don't understand how much fun it is to serve. You want to have fun. Being served is not that much fun unless you're being served out of service, like I'm doing now. But it was so much fun. So you want to have fun. You serve. So Vaishnava Seva. Also Jiva Joy, they're very much connected. Compassionate Jiva. I told the story the other day about how I developed a little compassion for a millipede. Remember the story? Some of you may not have heard that, so I can tell it again. I was cooking in my kitchen, if you can call it cooking. You know, blending food up and blending up. Anyway, so I was cooking in my kitchen, went to the sink, and there was a millipede. Millipede means an animal with 1,000 legs. Somehow or other they're coordinated. I can hardly coordinate 2 legs. And he has 1,000. But he was in the sink trying to crawl up the side of the sink to get out. I think he came out from the drain or something like that. So I was thinking, what should I do to help this poor millipede? After this, this is the consciousness we have to have with all living entities, Jiva Joy. Of course, I chanted to him, but I thought, if I take him outside, he'll die. If I wash him down the drain, he may die. So I was just in anxiety for that whole, for a few minutes. That's how we should be with all living entities. And then ultimately I came back like in a half an hour, and he had shriveled up and died. And I felt bad about it. And I performed the Antyeshti ceremony for him. Good sent for the Antyeshti. We did a cremation. No, I didn't do it. So that's how we should feel. Jiva Joy, that's a symptom. An important symptom. You better try that up again. That's an important symptom. So Vaishnava Seva, Jiva Joy. And this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching. This is Srila Prabhupada's teaching. And then one gets Nama Ruchi. And they're all very much connected. So all that comes, all those symptoms come from association with pure devotees of the Lord. Hearing is the association. Seeing is not that important. It's important, but not that important. So hearing from the devotees, Mahatseva Muhurti Moktesh. Sadhu Sangha, so many verses. Sadhu Sangha, Savasashtakoi, Baba Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi. All perfection. Sarva Siddhi, this is Bengali, not Hindi. Sarva Siddhi Hoy. One gets all perfection simply by Sadhu Sangha with the ears. And then, continuing that third canto verse, Shradavati Ravati Anukramashati. Then you get bhakti ultimately. And that's the secret. To be disciplined by Krishna's pure devotee through sound vibration. The good qualities develop. You become happy. And you become so happy that you're willing to serve Krishna life after life. This is Krishna consciousness. As I mentioned many times before, I actually mentioned to the GBC meeting that I'm so happy serving Krishna that it's illegal. We had any police here, I'd probably get arrested for having a good time. Isn't it? Like they give you a citation. I give you a citation for having a good time. It's interesting. So, therefore, that should be our concentration. Hearing nicely, serving nicely. So this particular event is meant to fix our minds on the hearing process. How important it is. All of these different formalities, which are important. I'm not decrying them, criticizing them, giving them less importance. They all help us with the very essence. We have many formalities in Krishna consciousness. Just like you have some skaras. Like initiation samskara, yeshtu samskara, parana, tantra samskara. But these are all to help you fix the mind on the right consciousness. If you simply do things as a ritual, it will not help. If you are here just to have a good time at a party and waiting till I can stop speaking and being so pedantic, because you don't know what pedantic means, trying to instruct everybody, then you're not going to get the benefit. But if you take this as an opportunity to dedicate yourself to hearing and following this mission and bringing others to Krishna, bringing others to Krishna consciousness, and seeing all the devotees as your family. Another point that I made, with the GBC, and I continue to make, is we're all the same family. Doesn't matter who initiated you within this convent. We're all the same. We're all here together. We're all part of Prabhupada's family. There should be no discrimination between anyone. And if you have that discrimination, you are doing devotional service in the mode of passion or ignorance. Read the third canto of Bhagavad Gita. If you discriminate, I'm better, my group was better, I got the best group, you are not performing devotional service, transcendental devotional service, even devotional service in the mode of goodness. So we're all one family together serving Prabhupada. I'm part of the family, and I'd like to have family members like this. It's nice. I joined Krishna consciousness, and you get a big family. Isn't it? It's great. Wherever I go in the world, there's family members. The life is ecstatic. And that applies to all of you. Wherever you go, you have family members, you have a place to go, you have friends. Wow. Prabhupada has given us this society, international society for Krishna consciousness. United Nations of the spiritual world. That's Prabhupada. So, do this, accept this ceremony as that dedication to Prabhupada's mission, bringing others to Krishna consciousness. Krishna has given you the greatest gift. I also said at the GBC meeting, I am so grateful for what Prabhupada did. So each and every one of you should cultivate this mood of gratefulness. Wow, what did I do to deserve this great fortune that I have? Again, I was born in the darkness of ignorance, all of us. We're all born in the darkness of ignorance, regardless of where you come from. And so, what did I do to deserve this? I didn't do anything. I haven't performed any pious activity. Somehow or other, Krishna has blessed me. And so, therefore, my duty, not only duty, but my more than a duty, it's just my whole life is meant to bless other people, to carry this message out to other people. And that's Krishna consciousness, and that's my address for today. Uh-oh, too long. Yeah, a whole day? No, I think you would get a little tired. I can go on longer, but I'm not going to. So, thank you very much. I think we have proper timing. Time for Okay, so you're our MC? Okay, now the group is our MC, Master of Ceremonies. So thank you very much. All glories to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Everyone should be a preacher. Then you're a real one. You preach. You can preach, even a little kid can preach. Prabhupada had Saraswati, who was Malati Prabhu's daughter. And Prabhupada had a preaching Krishna consciousness. People who chant, everybody, it's easy. It's easy. How did I learn? By doing it. I didn't go to preaching school. I never went to school to learn how to give a lecture. But after 6 months in the movement, they put me in the middle of the Sunday feast and said, "You're giving the lecture." 6 months. Okay, what am I going to say? Krishna's nice. Chant Hare Krishna. No, I said more. I had studied the books. So you do something. You act in the capacity and you develop the ability to do. It works. It really works. I mean, before I joined the movement, I was so shy I couldn't say anything to anyone. Nobody believed that now. Of course, that protected me because I never got a chance to ask a girl out. So that was Krishna's special verse. Yeah. Actually, Krishna, wow. Thank you, Krishna. Okay, but I'm not going to ask anyone out today either. So, on that happy note, Navali, you can take it over.
Thank you, Gurudev. The nice offering, lecture, or message, so we can hopefully follow in those footsteps. Here we got offering. We'll start with His Grace Govardhan Prabhuji. We also recite the pranam and we can all recite together. That helps with the timing in terms of when we each go and offer, so we can start with our offering directly. There's quite a few of us, it will take a bit of time. Hopefully we can chug along, but if there's anything, reach out. I won't call names, I'll literally bring the mic along as we go and we start speaking. So rather than waiting for people to get from A to B, as the mic comes along, be ready. If you're not ready, let me know, I'll move on and I'll come back. Go with His Grace, go with Him. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Because of Govardhan's mercy, I'm here. He took me around. He tolerated me for a long time. And we Govardhan.
Said that I will be pronouncing the Nama first. So not everyone wanted to say that. So I'm doing it ahead. Nama Daya Chaya Utale Sri Krishna Goswami Daya Chaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tina Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvikesa Sunyavadi Pachata Devaskarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gauravanita Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare. Thank you, Maharaj. Please accept my humble wishes and to the best of the lotus feet. All glory to you on this most glorious and auspicious Vyasa Puja day, a day of your appearance in this material world, to provide you association and enhance salvage and rescue for the soul. Vyasa Puja day is certainly a great day of worship and commitment to the spiritual master and his predecessors. It's also a day of great mercy for the students and aspiring students on the path of devotional service to the Supreme Personality Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. In our Vaishnava line, great importance is given to the relationship with the spiritual master. It is the key that reveals the spiritual Lord, our relationship with Krishna in our real identity. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is a secret of advancement in spiritual life. The inquiries and submission constitutes the proper combination for spiritual understanding. Unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. Who can estimate the fortune of us at being? Given the opportunity to glorify you on this day through the pages for homage to you on this most auspicious day of Vyasa Puja. I wish to offer a heartfelt gratitude for your mercy and blessing that you have bestowed upon my family. Offering freely of your association by visiting us at our home during your hectic schedule 2 or 3 times a year whenever you visit Sydney. Your association and guidance has given us a new lease of life, a life committed to serving Krishna. It is amazing to see how you cope traveling from one country to another, bearing in mind the time differences, attending GBC meetings, looking after a zone, going to places like Fiji, which is one of your zone, visiting Australia, New Zealand, to give much needed association to your disciples and devotees, like in Fiji and some of the outer islands at the same time. You are also in charge of affairs of Southeastern United States and Slovenia. Am I right? I am amazed, and it is untrue to hold that we are saving you, but instead actually it will be more proper to say that you are saving Srila Prabhupada's family whenever and wherever you could. Your effort in sacrificing your precious time to help people adopt Krishna consciousness and live perfect life creates a sense of urgency and realization that need to do so much in so little time. Nevertheless, I seek comfort in knowing that you are there to guide me in achieving Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada's mission. I continuously miss time I have spent with you, and the memory is vivid as it happened yesterday. But it inspires me and increases my confidence to be more attached to Krishna. It gave me a great pleasure in serving you, and hope by your mercy and blessings will continue to do the same. You have a vast knowledge of varieties of things and can speak on any subject and answer any question, such as on health, science, religion, including technology. Once again, on this wonderful occasion of Vyasa Puja, our humble prayers to Lord Narasimhadev to forever protect you from all calamities and bless you with a long, healthy and beautiful life ahead. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, and all glories to His divine grace, His Holiness Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj.
Sajna?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Happy 76th Pilgrim's Day. Please accept my humble obeisances without the state. We wish to pray for your many happy Pilgrim's days and also very happy day every day. Pilgrim masters are very messy to say. And Maharaj, it's very hard to keep the relationship with you because you are so friendly. So we are unable to have that relationship with my reverence. We take this opportunity to thank you for being like that. So it releases us from other commentaries we have. So when I do your left his body, you will then take care of us. And that made a great difference in my life. I can discuss how you made a difference in our life. First I met you about maybe 20 years ago when you first came here. And I happened to be there visiting Mataji's house to open the door for you. He says, "Is that your house?" No, Maharaj. So from that day, from that first, what he spoke to me was, still remember those words, and then you feel very comfortable doing it to one. The Guru Maharaj, as we say that the relationship with spiritual master and our reverence, and I had this understanding. And when I met you, it was a friendly relationship that one day
Krishna Vijay Prabhu brought me to Naveen Prabhu's house, in his old house, some years back. I opened the door for you, and I had a bit of wait. I didn't know what's happening. Maharaj found a good living. The next day I became sick. So I think I should still be careful how I deal with Maharaj. So when I was in Kaliuga, it was a difficult age, and we find it's difficult to stay in Krishna conscious, but personalities like you encourage us, inspire us, remain Krishna conscious, and so we are very fortunate that we take shelter of Maharaj. It is so sublime that all that I do take part in gathering, join kirtan, discuss, learning topics like we see Gurudev. The disciples and Lord so he says the spiritual masters are constantly engaging everyone in the service of the Lord, and we follow their footsteps, as we just mentioned now, that it is we should be preaching and we should be doing service with love. So Maharaj, I've done this from you. Find that this is what we try to practice. So on this auspicious day, like a day of blessing, so we continue to be Krishna conscious. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Happy 76th Puja Gurudev. In my role, in my job, I help people with retirement planning, and a lot of the clients are in 60s and 70s, and they describe how they travel and then they need to take a month off after they come back because it takes a lot out of them. And yet here you are, travelling every few days and coming to see us here and giving us the opportunity to serve us. And I think how fortunate we are. It's like, who are we? You take time out of your schedule to come and have dinner at our place every time you come here. So, thank you very much. And I also, remember the other times where you've allowed us, your association, chaperoned us to the USA.
That was in their honeymoon.
Yes. So, and brought us to Fiji for your Vysya Puja and to North Carolina, and had the pleasure to serve you by driving you around to visit devotees' places. And even when you come to our house, we have the pleasure of serving you. So, now I realise how fortunate you are. There is terms where people describe, when Prabhupada was here and they had the opportunity to serve him, they say those were happy days. So remember the opportunities that we've had to serve you, and may there be many more, so thank you very much. And we beg for the glory to serve you more and more in future. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Gurudev. Please accept my most humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. I built my first house, as you know, in Lamasa, just beside a temple of ISKCON. But I was living a life of a demon. The prasadam and the holy name made some difference. Time passed on and we moved to Suva. During the opening of the temple, Shri Radha Giridhari in Suva, Gurudev Thank you for accepting my family and me as your disciples. Thank you so much. Your association, Gurudev, really has connected us all, my family, to the Supreme Personality of God, Godhead Krishna, Radharani. Thank you, Gurudev, for being so kind, so loving, and so caring. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for connecting us to the scriptures, the holy books, the Bhagavad Gita, Yathasarup. Yes, it is. To all the holy books. And most of the books written by Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Gurudev, for your association. It has made a very, very big difference in our lives. It's really a pleasure to say thank you on behalf of my whole family for connecting to everything in ISKCON. The prasadam, the lectures, whatever is there in ISKCON has been due to your mercy, Gurudev. So thank you so much for your mercy. I hope your mercy will continue to flow on us. Krishna's mercy through you will flow to us, and we shall continue to serve ISKCON. I also pray on behalf of my family to Srimati Radharani and to the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna, to give you a very long and a very healthy life. So you may continue to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. We are indebted to you today, Guru Maharaj, for your Vyas Puja. The 76th today has given us the association of so many humble, nice, caring, and kind devotees. Thank you very much. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. We wish you a very, very happy 76th Vyas Puja, and we hope to meet you more often. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Goswami, please accept my most humble obeisances on British Prabhupada. On behalf of my family, and I thank you for being our spiritual guide and mentor. I'd like to express my sincere heartfelt gratitude for working so hard and guiding us and inspiring us to stay connected with Srila Prabhupada. You travel thousands of miles to different destinations and work tirelessly to help the engagers in serving Srila Prabhupada's mission. I cannot thank you enough, Guru. I thank you for your complete surrender to Srila Prabhupada and serving as an initiating Guru, which has given us a wonderful opportunity to associate with so many loving and caring devotees. Therefore, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to all my God brothers and God sisters who are serving you with all their might. We see here today an elaborate arrangement by Navneet Prabhu and family for this celebration. I don't have time to mention many names I want to. Nevertheless, I'd like to thank all sincere devotees in North Carolina, Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Fiji, New Zealand, and many parts of Europe for their selfless and dedicated service. I congratulate you for the vibrant devotee community in New Golok Dham, and the serene and welcoming environment is indeed an indication of a transcendental event. And I thank you for allowing me to visit New Golok Dham by your mercy this year. I pray to Divine Lotus Feet to engage me and my family in your service and the service of wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis life after life. Thank you everything that you forgive.
Arigato. Thank you.
Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to you, dear Gurudev. On this very special day of your Vyas Puja, I offer my deepest gratitude and love to you. You have been a constant source of strength and guidance in my life, and I'm forever thankful for your presence and care. I especially remember those difficult days when my sister was sick. You ran without fail every single day to be with us, to give your prayers, support and encouragement. Your passion and unwavering carried us through that time. That selfless love is something I will never forget, and it showed me what it truly means to live as a servant of the Lord. I also fondly remember the wonderful years when you came and stayed with us at our place. Those moments were filled with joy, learning and blessings. Having you so close gave me the opportunity to witness firsthand your humility, simplicity and deep devotion. I miss those days dearly, and they remain some of the most treasured memories of my life. Gurudev, your teachings and example continue to inspire me every day. Please bless me that I may never forget the instructions, that I may always chant with sincerity, and that I may serve in a way that brings some happiness to you and teach you the Prabhupada. On this day, I pray for your strength to remain faithful and for the determination to grow in devotion. Thank you, Jai Gurudev, for being my eternal guide and well-wisher. Your fallen servant. Hare Krishna.
I remember when I first took initiation, when I travelled to Fiji with you for just Puja over there. And then the next year, Prananath and I went to North Carolina and just Puja that year. And then the year after, Prananath and I went to Fiji and we went to Yas Puja again. And then for a long time there was nothing. We didn't catch any Yas Puja. We were in Australia, there was only a couple of disciples, we just did it. We weren't here. And then in the last couple of years we've been able to celebrate this big, amazing Yas Puja with you again. And I just want to say how much I appreciate it. It's very nice to hear all the devotees and how much they appreciate you. And yeah, thank you.
Hare
Krishna Maharaj, at the Vyas Puja team, during the Krishna's day, I offer my humble obeisances to the divine Lord Krishna Maharaj. Everybody has been saying that Maharaj has given them so much, but I would like to say, Maharaj, that you have done so much service to all the devotees who are your disciples, as well as who are disciples of the God brothers. I see an extension of my Gurudev in you, Maharaj. You have been such an inspiration in my life. After the demise of Srila Gurudev, when we were so shattered, you took charge of us. Every time you came to Australia, you made sure that you came come and visit us at our homes. This is one of the greatest things that have come into our life. You have done by coming and visiting us regularly, on person to person, and inspired us and helped us to increase our Krishna consciousness and go further in whatever we have been endeavoring to do in our spiritual life. Maharaj, you have been so very merciful to my family, to my sisters who have taken shelter of you, and to my children who have looked upon you as someone who can guide them. Maharaj, on this very auspicious day, I would like to pray to Lord Shimadev that may the Lordships give you a very, very long life, and that may you keep on coming and visiting us. I know this is request, Maharaj, begging you that your presence is something that guides us, because without the help of a sadhu, a devotee cannot make any progress in spiritual life. It is the special mercy of a sadhu, a Vaishnava, that takes one devotee on this path of the spiritual life. So thank you, Maharaj, so very, very much for your kind intervention in our life, your guidance, and your spiritual thank you, Maharaj. Happy to ask you.
Jai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna. Maharaj, Hare Bol, Namo Vysya Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj Srinam. Namo Vysya Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Maharaj. Still says that you get the Lord one Jaya. In the Vishwa Shastri Maharaj, first chapter of Hare Krishna Maharaj. Today morning I was thinking what to speak. I hadn't given my name to Navdeep Prabhu, but I knew once we go there, Prabhu will ask us to speak something. So I was trying to recall, Maharaji, when did I meet you first time? So it was 13 years ago, exactly 13 years ago in the summer of Australian summers, about this time only, 2012. His Grace Govardhan Prabhu, he was kind enough and he was arranging the home visit. So Maharaj, that was the first time we were fortunate to receive you at our residence, and we had the possibility to wash your feet and do some service. So you've been very kind and generous, Maharaj. Since then, whenever you hear Govardhan Prabhu would call me and say Maharaj is coming, let's arrange a visit. And you've been so kind and merciful, Maharaj, that whenever you hear, you will be available, you will be meeting with us. And I think one of the things that stands out is that Maharaj makes a point to visit us. There is an arrangement where a big program is made, a big community hall is hired, and we come and attend program. But here it's opposite. Maharaj, you will come to our house, you will make time, we get half of our slot, even if you are running late, prasadam is delayed, no matter what. But that is the greatest mercy, Maharaj, that we admire. My whole family, are really indebted to you, Maharaj. And also, I was just thinking of, recalling one incident, Maharaj. There was one Mataji, and she was unwell, and then you again asked that where are they staying? They could not come to meet you, and then you asked Govardhan Prabhu, and now obviously Navdeep Prabhu has taken over, and he is very nicely continuing that tradition of making all the arrangements. You visited that that Mataji, you made sure we visit their place and take appointment. So all I can say, Maharaj, is if I can quote one spoken by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sharanagati, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that Eka ki amara nahi paye bal Hari Naam Sankirtana Tumi Kripa Kori Shraddha Vidhi Diya Dehu Krishna Naam Dhani. Krishna se tumhara Krishna dite para Shakati tumhare aache Ami to Kangala Krishna Krishna boli Bhai Kabila. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Translation is, Krishna is yours, you have the power to give him to you. Today, I'm simply running behind you shouting Krishna Krishna. That's the translation. Uh-oh. Oh, our escapees from PJ.
Hare Krishna. On this precious occasion of 76 days Puja and Guru Maharaj, it's a sacred celebration of your divine appearance in this world. Accept our small offering on behalf of our parents back in Fiji and all the lovely devotees of Fiji as well. We traveled 5 hours this morning thinking it's a long journey, but every time when we hear your lecture, Gurudev, the amount of sacrifice you have done. You have flown all over from America, past oceans, time zones, comfort zones, continents, borders, just to shower our blessing. I kept reminding Aparajita how important it is for a disciple. Say at least few words MS Puja, because we get the message out of saying anything which, like we say to you, Gurudev. It is very humbly echoed in Srimad Bhagavad Puran too, that Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swanta Stena Gada Bharata. You are like Vidur Maharaj, Srila Gurudev. Yudhishthira Maharaj says to Vidur Maharaj, "Oh my dear Lord, devotees like you, because they carry Krishna in their heart, wherever they travel, there are holy place, not so holy place, ordinary places become sanctified and become spring months. Just like you, Srila Gurudev, you like our Hanuman, you travel oceans, and just like Hanuman found Mata Sita and Vibhishan devotees, and just like that, Gurudev, you have found your disciples all over the world, your spiritual children, and you have given us the most priceless gift, which is the holy name of the Lord, just like Hanuman did. And because Hanuman connected Vibhishan to Krishna, Ram, you connected us to Krishna. So in same way, because Hanuman was 100% surrendered to his spiritual master, and of course Lord Ram, he was able to do the impossible. Similarly, all of our disciples here, if we are fully surrendered to you, Srila Gurudev, we can always do the impossible. That's the mood. It is also very much echoed in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the mood of service you just highlighted in your lecture. Same as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling Prakash Nanda Saraswati, Prabhu kahe suno Sripad, yehi da karana, Guru mora morak beki, kariye shasana, morak tumi tumana hi, Vedanta adhikara, Krishna mantra japo sada, yehi mantra sara, Naam bina kalikar, nahi ara dharma, Sarva mantra sarva naam, yehi shastra marma. Prakash Nanda Saraswati inquired, why do you don't study Vedanta? Why are you always chanting? You are a sannyas. But the real mode here is the mood of service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Similarly, Srila Gurudev, you have the same mode of service as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are following your spiritual master's instructions, and you have been serving everyone throughout this world. Just to get, you cannot like progress in spiritual lives unless we are fully surrendered to our spiritual master. So, Abhita would also like to say something. But before I give it to her, I just want to say the last thing. If anyone remembers our spiritual master, our house becomes sanctified. Sudyam cha vai garanti, यानी कि हमारा घर पवित्र हो जाता है. इसलिए, and what about speaking? I mean, hearing, seeing him, and offering him a garland. What about washing his feet? There's enormous benefit of that as well.
Hare Krishna. It's very nice to be among all the devotees. We hardly get association like in countryside. As Gurudev has said, Vani Seva, so that's what we have been practicing. Just as a small pastimes I had Srila Gurudev, this was in flight, this was during December month, I just wanted to share, highlight that Gurudev. I remember you were about to bring your bag down, your check-in, and I was like, Srila Gurudev, let me do it. And he was like, really? Yes, I kept insisting just for a little service. And then you let me do it. I barely could even move the bag because Sri Giriraj was there. And that instant it came to my mind, it's not an ordinary person. Our Srila Gurudev is not an ordinary person. He's really Krishna himself, because he looked at me, he smiled, and he just brought it down with one hand. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Gurudev Vyas Puja Mahotsav ki.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev, and pranam to you. Gurudev, I just want to say three things. One is how grateful I am and my entire family is that you have given us the shelter, and you have known us for over 2 decades now. Especially the shelter you gave to my father as he was departing this world, Ram Nam Das, and my mother who is here as well, Vidya Sakhi Devi Das, and my family, as you know, but Sakhi Devi Khan and Vinta. So we are very grateful to have shelter for this. Very grateful.
That's the first thing. The second thing is how caring you are to your devotees. It is extremely inspirational, Gurudev. And we have heard examples of when somebody is not well, etc. You take the extra mile and you go and see them and all that. But I know stories where you are, even little things you take care of. I was in Govardhan in the last year and I had to leave early. You were concerned about my prasad and we made sure that the devotees had packed me enough food for the flight and all that sort of stuff. These little things really matter because you are our father in that sense, Gurudev, and you are really looking after us. So thank you very much for your care. And the third thing, Gurudev, is how much love you have for Srila Prabhupada. That just shows all the time when you talk to us. And not only talk to us, but through your behavior as well. And, again today you talked about how you imbibe the mood of Srila Prabhupada. I know once you said to me, I don't know what Krishna wants, but at least I can try and understand what Srila Prabhupada wants. And I certainly don't know what you want, Gurudev. I haven't been able to imbibe that mood, but I really pray that I can understand that and serve you just like you are serving Srila Prabhupada. On this Vyasa Puja, I pray to your beloved Shri Shri Radha, Golokananda, and Kunj Bihari Ji, Radha Kunj Bihari Ji, that may they keep you always in good health. I know you asked for 20 more years, may it be 20 plus years, Gurudev, that you keep and come and seeing us and blessing us and giving us good association. For the Gurudev Ki Jai.
Is to bring your brothers to Krishna consciousness. That's a challenge.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, happy Vyasa Puja. I just want to say one thing today, and that's thank you for not forcing Krishna consciousness on us kids, but encouraging us.
That means your parents are trying to force you.
Encouraging us and highlighting the fun parts. I think this is actually what keeps us happy and excited to come see you and come to programs. You always say that if Krishna consciousness is forced, it just backfires, but a calm and willing approach, it'll work a lot better. And I think for me at least, that is really true. You make Krishna consciousness something fun and not a task, and I thank you for that. Thank you.
Sorry.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my obeisances. So it's really nice to be here amongst all your wonderful advanced senior disciples and see how wonderfully they are serving you. And this is a reflection of love and how much love you have showered on your disciples, which is reciprocated. And so I just wanted to say maybe 2 points. One is about how you are so approachable, and you can relate to every age group, but at the same time, there is respect that comes naturally, despite that approachability. And I was actually thinking how, and this phrase came to mind about respect is to be commanded and not demanded. And I was thinking, how does Guru Maharaj actually do this? That, he's anybody can talk to him, but there is the respect that is just naturally present. And so I realized that it's because you actually walk the talk. You don't just say it, you actually do it. And one example of this is on the 5th of October, we actually had a small local Vyasa Puja celebration for you. And there were many Tamal Krishna Maharaj disciples that came. And they were all expressing what Arvindini Mataji said earlier, that we are so grateful to Guru Maharaj because he has come and he has helped us. And he has literally held our hands. And they were complaining that now we don't get enough association. In fact, I have to say there were more PKG disciples than our board siblings at that Vyasa Puja. And to me, this also just highlighted the point that you made at the GBC meetings about how we are all one big family and how we shouldn't have designations. And then it reminded me of what you had said that, with the 6 Goswamis, that not all of them initiated, and that the others brought disciples to the initiating Goswamis. And then you said, because they're all just humble devotees like that. And so that really struck me. The other thing I wanted to say is more about commanding respect is that one very big factor in that is your compassion, and that this compassion actually makes people feel that they are loved. And I know that you sort of take it back to Prabhupada when you always say that I felt loved by Prabhupada. So this compassion is one thing I wanted to just say. What I've experienced is not so much a personal example, but more what I've experienced over the past 5 years is that. So I have this service, as you know, compiling the Vysya Puja book, and the person who was doing this before had actually said to me that half the offerings are going to come on the due date or after the due date. And I thought, no, I'm going to be hardline. I'm going to just say, this is the deadline, no offerings will be accepted after this. And I managed to do that maybe for 2 years, and then in 2023, it was like, no, Kishore, keep the book open, add this, and then they just kept coming well after the due date. So what I was feeling was that I like to get a gift on my birthday. Like when it's my birthday, that's the day, that's the tithi, that's when I want this gift. But then for my guru, I want to make him happy. It's Yasha Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada. So when the guru is happy, then automatically, like our spiritual life blossom. And to please the guru is not just my objective, but it's the objective of every disciple. So I was thinking we really, really need to try to please guru. And then your compassion is that you, like the real guru, like the scriptures describe, the guru comes and the relationship is eternal, and he comes life after life and collects disciples no matter where they are. So you keep collecting disciples in the sense that no matter where they are, you go and collect them until every last disciple is collected, and that's what the scriptures describe. So this to me meant Gurudev is so compassionate, he's just keeping the book open so that every last offering that comes through him, he actually wants it there, not for his glorification at all, but because he is compassionate on his disciples and he wants them to have that opportunity. For disciples, however, especially for myself, I would like to really give you the gift on the real day, so that you get pleasure and you're pleased on me, basically. So on this celebration of the Vysya Puja, I ask for your mercy, so that myself and my family, we can continue to serve life after life.
So where's the book? The offerings are still coming in. Okay.
Bir Krishna Goswami, please accept my humble obeisances.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to say, I've known Gurudev pretty much my whole life, so ever since I was a baby, Gurudev has been visiting us, and there's photos of that, changing bodies, as Maharaj likes to call it. He's seen me through pretty much all of my stages of life, whether it's maybe my blonde hair, or maybe my long beard, and all that sort of thing. But I just want to say that Gurudev, although people's idea of Gurudev is that they help you spiritually, I disagree with that. I think you also help me with my personal life a lot, especially with my work and things like that. You helped encourage my parents to let me leave and go on my internship, which is good so far. So I just want to say thank you for all that, and thank you for everything you've done for me, helping me come closer to Krishna consciousness.
God. We've got women and sisters before they were born. Little babies. They used to be on my lap. But he didn't have a beard then.
I
think when you think about getting the mercy, while I was sitting up here, I was thinking that every time I was thinking about the same thing, most probably almost everyone of the is alive and we have left our families, but with your mercy and Prabhupada's mercy, we have actually acquired a bigger and better family. And Gurudev, like the most heart-touching thing that we do is that you know your disciples by name. I mean, I teach, and every year I keep on forgetting the name of the students I teach. But every time we come up here, you almost know all your disciples by name. And if ever, I mean, some of the Vysya also said, if you live here outside the country, you're so caring. I don't have words to say that with it. You are my spiritual master, but you treat me like a son. And you will take an extra mile to ensure that we are in the right mood, we do the right service. And you even try to look for something that we have done and try to glorify. And most of the try to use the wrong word, glorify. You try to actually encourage us to continue practicing Krishna consciousness, spreading Krishna's name. And I think having the right mood, after thinking about you, I continuously feel, my family feels that we continuously get the strength of serving our devotees and preaching things. And literally looking is, we try to do things, but it's actually not we doing it, that it's your mercy that makes us continuously work and do things and spread Krishna's name. Once again, Gurudev, we are very thankful to you for actually having everyone in my family accepted as a disciple. My father, who was also he was also a disciple. Mother, everyone. Once again, Gurudev, thank you for accepting us and promoting us and helping us to guide towards Krishna's devotion. Thank you.
Thank you for preaching so nicely. He's come up with so many nice programs. He's come up with so many nice programs like the Tulsi Viva to bring people to Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Gurudev. I just wanted to elaborate. It just happened that I was walking in the mall. I didn't know anyone. And somebody comes to me and said, "Oh, you're speaking to your Prabhu. We have been to your house." And said, "I look at this and I don't even know anything." Have you been to your house with this and your Prabhu?
And Gurudev, all the decorations today for Vyas Puja was to Jiva Prabhu.
And Radha praying too.
Yes.
She helped him.
She's the one with the idea.
It was her idea. And he followed his instructions.
Happy Vyas Puja. Thank you for the guidance and support because we provide for you. Thank you for helping us to develop our mission to work on Krishna. Hare Krishna Gurudev. I just wanted to thank you for accepting me as a disciple and accepting my husband, Abhishek, and both my kids, Vikram and Gunda. Without you, I think we would still be in the material world thinking we can do anything or whatever. But you have always been there to guide us. You have helped me a lot with my father, who is not well. Thank you for seeing him in the last time we traveled to New Zealand. I'll always be eternally grateful to you for blessing him. He still thinks of you, he still asks for you. I have managed to get him to say Hari Bol and Hare Krishna. So I'm taking baby steps with him. So, with your mercy, Gurudev, maybe he will chant the whole mantra one day. But thank you, Gurudev, for taking us out of this material world and guiding us. And we hope and pray that you will always be there to guide us back to Godhead.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, and all my good brothers and sisters. Please accept my humble obeisances. All belongs to Sri Guru and Srila Prabhupada teacher. We are blessed to live in Sydney, New South Wales, where we can participate in significant observance of Sri Vyasa Puja. Day. All of Guru Maharaj's disciples around the world rejoice on his heavenly appearance day. We know on the day of Vyasa the incalculable benefits of having a connection to sublime personality as Guru Maharaj. His mission, reverence and commitment to please Lord and His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada exhibited in a variety of spiritual ways. Guru is lotus and transcendental. Plus, we all know his consistent guidance, a beautiful smile throughout all of his videos and classes. Presents information in a captivating and dynamic manner, which led us from the darkness of earthly existence to spiritual. I'd like to express my gratitude to Guru Maharaj for providing refuge to all my God brothers, sisters, and my entire family. Through your precious time, tremendous effort, compassion, and connection with transcendent source in spirituality to elevate fallen souls like us. Through your mercy, we comprehend the true purpose of our existence. Guru Maharaj, you are more than words can express. My family will be eternally indebted to you. From my entire family, pay our reverence to your lotus feet. Your eternal servant of the seven, Kashyapa Muni Das, Rangavati Devi Dasi, Ananda Vilasa, Pawan Dev, Achantya Shakti Devi Das. Thank you.
Very well.
Hare Krishna Shivadi there. This is my humble sister, especially from Thai. Happy 76th Vyasa Puja to you, Maharaj. 2 minutes is not enough to inspire, but I am so eternally grateful for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for encouraging me every time, guiding me through the ups and downs of devotional service, engaging me in devotional service, transforming me, turning me out, and thank you very much. So when I'm thinking of there's an analogy for the Arbitrary. 1, 2, 20, 32. So the analogy is like a fire kindles another fire in a wood. It's the same like your supreme divine grace, the spiritual fire of knowledge into your wood, like this in my brain, in my consciousness, and then also you're instructing me all the time to be receptively. And so I'm really grateful for that as well. And it teaches me, we taught me how to do tolerance as well, how to become more tolerant, and there's so many things that I can go by that, that I've actually learned from you, guided as well, and that it just makes me very emotional. And I also like someone simply said that to me, oh, that was protecting me. So it was very profound for me. And I was actually thinking about that next time, because how true is that? So deep. And because of your pauseless mercy, so with the 70 titles of the preaching, trying to devote to your Lord spiritual past. So, like as a brother, I have nothing to offer to you. I pray, I pray to your Lord Spirit that, as the Madhya says, that you give us the Akila tradition, also you do the working process as well. And you give us the nectar and the bliss of devotional service for the scriptures as well, the reading of scriptures. So I actually try that I go deep in this. I'm not a good guy yet, and so I've been send better, doing sign up activity, but in more verses. And also, I think my teachings of yours and be and also, thank you very much for that. Someone used to say that I'm thought as well. But I'm eternally grateful that eternally it's here. And thank you very much. Please bless me that we have a lot of business customs as well. And I can check that I read more and I can preach that I read more device to show the clarity of the state. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories which the Holy God, all glories to you. And to the next auspicious day and stay. My dearest Gurudev, who have poured with me like a treasure on this sacred path of Bhakti. Last year on this holiday, my heart was full of feelings that I couldn't put them into words. This year, by your cosmos mercy, I'm making a small attempt to express my gratitude. Thank you, Gurudev, for accepting this most holy soul. Without your mercy, I am incapable of walking a single step on this path. It is only because you are holding my hand that I can continue in this devotional service, however imperfectly. How often I think to send your message or email, but then I hesitate, thinking of how much you're already giving to all your spiritual children. Yet, whenever I sit quietly with doubts or questions, I feel your presence and your sweet smile, assuring me I am always with you. This realization fills me with peace, strength, and gratitude. Thank you, Gurudev, for holding my hand and giving me guiding me like a small child. Thank you for giving me shelter under your care and blessing me with the loving association of devotees. I thank all my God brothers and God sisters whose service, dedication, and affection have made this sacred day of Vysya Puja possible. Gurudev, Hare. Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. On this Vysya Puja celebration, I would like to offer my greatest. Sorry that I have to cry, because without mercy, it wouldn't be easy for me to just come here. Your prayers for my health has really made an impact. And I'm here with everyone, just speaks of prayers. It feels me so hard, but then I got through that just because I got connected with you. And not only that, it's Bir Krishna conscious family that you have given me. When I just came to Sydney here, we didn't know anyone. As we were just attending few Natrisha classes and all, we got in touch with some devotees, and because of mercy of Jayaramika Mataji, she connected me to you. And that in the first instance when I saw you in my farewell at Sefton, it's like I just stood in front of you and I don't know what to talk. Today also I don't know what to talk. But then she was like, she introduced me to you and said, she's chanting 16 rounds. Then you were like, okay, do your IDC exam, then I'll initiate you. Is it that? I can become a disciple of Gurudev? I was like, no, that's not possible. On the day of October 15th, 2020, when we were getting initiated. And we were just following the queue as we were calling out the names of the people to give us the names. Then I was like, no, I'm not yet purified. No, maybe I think my turn comes and then Gurudev says, no, she's not yet ready. No, I can't give her any initiation. I was like, then when I got initiated, I felt, oh my God, I really initiated? I'm an initiated disciple now? Then from then onwards, with all the sincerity, I try to do what I have to do. And that's it, Gurudev. Thank you so much. And I pray for Krishna to give me good health and bless us so that we serve Srila Prabhupada missions with sincerity. Thank you, Gurudev. Hare Krishna Gurudev. Please accept my respectful obeisances. Happy Vysya Puja. I'm not as eloquent as anybody here, but I don't want to lose the opportunity to glorify you, so I'll try my level best. Gurudev, in one of your lectures, as Prabhuji also was mentioning, when you were building the new Goloka temple, you had to go through so many difficulties. You were discussing all the austerities you had to go through. The one that stood out was you had to live in the trailer in the peak winter, so much so that the water in your Achaman cup would freeze. And when you put water, it would freeze by the time it reached your foot. And you had to scrape it off the deck. It's just unfathomable, Gurudev. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I can't handle winter. I really struggle with cold. And what you did is just, it shook me. I mean, the level of dedication that you had to please Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, that none of this tapa, it was blissful, you said, doing that. You were happy to do that. Not that you didn't want to, but you were happy doing it. So I was so inspired. I'm so inspired. So I feel very lucky, Gurudev, that I'm part of your God family, because even these senior Vaishnavas that are here, they invite every quality that you have. They're so compassionate. They show faith in me, although I don't deserve it. I say, no, I don't think I can do this, but they say, no, you can do this. You serve, you do this, you serve this, you do this job. Their faith in me, like you have in us, that is what drives me. They say, okay, they have faith, then Krishna will help me. So I'm very thankful that you've given me place in your family. I'm very happy to be in this family. I'm very happy and thankful to everything that you do, Gurudev, for us. Words are not enough to express my gratitude. Thank you very much. And I pray to Narshan Dev that he always keeps you happy and healthy. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, austerities are fun. I'm having so much fun.
So as I said, unfathomable. I cannot comprehend it. My big tiny brain can't comprehend it.
But when you have a higher purpose, then everything is fun.
Iota of dedication that you have someday, I can even want that level of dedication to there. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rather than going out of your way and giving us the opportunity to see and serve you once again. Thank you for always being and understand everyone and your and having broken understanding the need and process and the various factors like that. Thank you for being in my life, leading us from this past and the consciousness of the moment finding themselves in the experience. Once again, happy blessing. It seems like
Hare Krishna from me entirely. Thank you is a very small word to there, but in my small dictionary, your mercy has been endless, so the thank yous are endless. When Bir Krishna Goswami moved on, reached Prabhupada some other place, like a really caring uncle, you reached out. Since then, it's been more than 20 years, and I think I have survived the Krishna consciousness at this point because of you. So thank you for that. From the time of when Suva temple was getting built, you encouraged me to take Brahman Diksha so we can serve the needies. And at that time, Kishori's sister is here. I think she tricked me. She said, Gurudev wants you to clean his room. So I started cleaning your rooms in Suva. But it was very nice. I helped me connect with you. And I do remember one nice moment when I was cleaning your room and there used to be ads on your laptop and your desk because you used to keep sweets for the kids. And I asked you that, like, what, should I get rid of them? And you were like, no, don't worry. They're just my disciples from past life. But jokes aside, thank you for always looking after us, from taking us to Vrindavan, taking us around, and Taruni was only 5 years old. She couldn't walk as fast as you, so you took those rough rickshaw rides so that she could also see Vrindavan, Govardhan from your eyes, and allowing us to cook for you. I remember I used to live in a small house in Suva. I still live in a small house, but so I didn't put my name down to invite you to dinner. And then one day you just like walked in, and you just walked in and looked at the kitchen, and you were like, "Yeah, this is fine. I can go for dinner." And then I went and roasted my name down. So thank you for that opportunity. And since then you've been tolerating my cooking. Thank you. Sometimes you try new recipes and encourage it, learn from you. Yeah, thank you for all the blessings.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my respectful obeisances and take the speech. So Gurudev, thank you so much for everything you have actually given me. I'm speechless and I've got a lot of things that I want to share. But I want to keep it short and simple. 3 things. The first thing is, commitment and consistency. You are committed to Srila Prabhupada. That's what actually started your journey in Krishna consciousness. But the thing that stuck in me is the consistency. So consistency is the thing that you said you're going to do long after the mood you said in. I think you are a true example of how consistent in serving Srila Prabhupada's mission, Gurudev. And I learned it. I have seen it. You truly lead by example for us to follow, Gurudev. So that to me is something, I'm ever grateful for. And also the personal association that you have given during my visits to New Goloka. As a disciple, we have to serve our spiritual masters. But, Gurudev, you are actually serving us, Gurudev. So even Srila Gurudev, you have actually dropped me at the airport when I came to New Goloka. So that to me, I don't want to take service from you, Gurudev. So, but that shows that the mood that a disciple, the relationship between a disciple and a spiritual master, Gurudev. And I'm forever grateful, Gurudev. And my goal is to basically help as many people as I can to bring close to Krishna. And thank you for inspiring us to step out of our comfort zone, Gurudev. You actually helped us. I remember that the ride we had a couple of years ago where you said, you need to come up with a strategy. You go out there, meet new people, and have that outreach programs. So with your mercy, Gurudev, we are just trying as a family, Divya Gopika, myself and Yamuna, we find that, Gurudev. So we continue to, pray for Lord Narshingadev and especially your beloved deity, Shri Radha Golokananda and Radha Kunjitihari for your continued health, Gurudev. And we are so fortunate. And I realize that how hard it is to travel to New Goloka, Gurudev. So we all are so fortunate that Gurudev traveled, almost 26 hours to be here, 30 hours from Italy. So we are forever grateful, Gurudev. Thank you for everything. And your son, Krishna Krishna.
Anila.
Happy Krishna Conscious Day. Please accept my humble obeisances on the great sisters. I'm deeply grateful for your wonderful teachings and especially your emphasis on brilliant relationships based on love and compassion in these anxious and quarrelsome times. Your guidance helps us find peace and joy in Krishna consciousness. And your example reminds us that true spiritual life flows of genuine and affectionate beliefs and activities. Parents are showing us how to make our journey in Krishna consciousness more enjoyable. And to Prabhupada, healthy lives. Visit our and be personal associations. And get the money.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, happy 76th Vyas Puja. Thank you so much, Gurudev, for accepting us as your disciples. And we are so happy and we are so blessed to be in the association of all the devotees. And one thing what always comes to my mind is, Gurudev, so you are so compassionate and then you are caring at a personal level. So when my father passed away, I reached out to you and then you were you are sending me caring messages and how I should cope up with that. The same with Priya, when her mother passed away. So you were there and helping us and then coping up with all these things and then talking about what is higher and then what we can do for the past soul. So that's one thing, and that shows us you are caring for everyone. And at a personal level, as everybody says that a guru coming to our house to bless us is unheard. I've never seen, like we have seen in India, like there are many gurus, we can't even go near them. But it's always in this case. So you are so merciful. You come and you listen to whatever we say, all the nonsense which we have in our head. You patiently hear them, listen to them, and then you guide us saying that okay, how we can perfect our lives. And one more thing is, recently I was listening to your messages where you are saying that Vaishnava Seva and Jiva Doyam. Vaishnava Seva clearly touched me because I was with Krishna for a long time and I was thinking that I am doing and all those things. But at one point, one devotee, she approached me and then saying that, okay, I think now you are ready, I can see you. And then she connected me to you. And through that association, I could feel the real connection. And then thank you, Gurudev, thank you for accepting. And we pray Lord Narasimhadev to give you a healthy life so that you can keep guiding us and then keep visiting us. And then recently when you said that you came 6 hours earlier to catch a flight here, then you were thinking, oh, see, Gurudev is so, you're so anxious and then you want to meet us. And then you travel 30 hours to come here. It's thank you so much, Gurudev, that's all we can say. And we wish you all the best and please bless the Gurudev. Have a good day.
We've got a small song and then we'll get back on our things. We've got a song by Grace Betitanidas.
You play the guitar.
Yes, I'm going to try Gurudev. I'm not very good at it, so I'm going to ask for forgiveness right now. And the song is in Hindi that I've written for Gurudev, but we've got English subtitles there, Gurudev. But
I could bring out my Google Translate.
But I've got subtitles on there. But you can get
It's
that.
easier at Google Translating.
Okay.
I'm more on the computer. I don't know about paper anymore.
Right. One step ahead of us.
Okay, get started.
Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. कितने कृपालु, कितने दयालु, Asmai Shri Gurudev Namaha Gurudev Sampurna Jivan Vaishnava Seva Kiya Hai Sampurna Jivan Vaishnava Seva Kiya Hai Prabhupada Vani Lakshmi Gurudev, it's long. Gurudev, Guru.
भक्ति भाव जगाया प्रदेश जगत में भक्ति भाव जगाया दुनिया से लेकर जगत में ज्ञान ज्योत जगाया गुरु everyone Radha मधुर रस कीर्तन खाकर ये हमारा गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गिरि गोवर्धन राधा कुंज बिहारी गिरि गोवर्धन राधा कुंज बिहारी गुरुदेव प्रेमा कुंज तुम्हारा गुरुदेवा प्रेमा कुंज तुम्हारा गुरुदेव गुरुदेव Jai Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Amazing. Beautiful. And even I can understand Hindi without having to translate. Very simple. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good business. And you can see something.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Wish you a very happy Vyas Puja. And, I'm very happy that you are again amongst us to give this mercy to us on this special day. Thank you very much. So today on this auspicious occasion, I would like to take from my life experience in the past 1 year where you have played a great role in influencing or transforming me. So the first thing is health. So in the last 1 year, my health has improved a lot. And I would like to thank you for that because, I have heard you saying how to be healthier, how to maintain a physical and a mental well-being by adopting holistic approach, chanting the holy name, by chanting the holy name, and how to avoid the sitting disease, how to take a balanced diet, how to take adequate rest, how to be humorous, and how to have strong friends within the devotee community. So all these things have been very instrumental in shaping my health over the past 1 year. And the second thing that I would like to thank you for is, few months back, it's a shame on me, but I came to know through another devotee of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj about the book that he wrote that is Realizing Our Empathic Nature. So I started going through that book last couple of months, and I have learned few things and where I grew basically. So to start with, I am a very pedantic, I used to be, I'm still a pedantic person. I would try to mind my family for each and every small rules that they would break. But I just realized that, that's not the way to go. And I also used to feed my children forcibly, and I just realized that that's not something that we should do at all. So I basically learned a lot and how to, and also not just that, my dad is, I lost my mother a couple of years back. So with my dad, I share a very silent relationship. But I just realized that after going through the book that you can have empathy in Krishna consciousness even with a silent person. So thank you all. Thank you very much for all those determinants in the last 1 year, and we wish that you keep coming again and again and giving us our blessings. And last but not the least, I would like to seek your forgiveness for all the offenses that I have committed in the last 1 year after seeing you. And also my mother-in-law had a fall yesterday, because of which my wife could not come. So Venapara also wants to extend a very happy Vyas Puja to you, and thank you very much, Gurudev. Happy Vyas Puja, Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. And thank you for accepting me as your disciple, even though I have a lot of shortcomings. And I was passing through a tough phase where my father has passed away just a couple of months before I got initiated. And because of your association and all my brothers and sisters association, I could able to cope up with that. Thank you for always inspiring me and your commitment and sincerity in serving Srila Prabhupada. As Rupa Goswami says, Utsaha Nishya Dharya. So I think that is what he did by example. It always inspires us. And also the teachings, the extensive knowledge which you have on various scriptures. And even though we ask so silly questions, at least myself, but you clarify with them such a bit simple examples and tips and suggestions on how we can improve in our Krishna consciousness. So I'm ever indebtful to you for all your suggestions. And I always pray to Srila Gurudev for your well-being. And so we chant the Narasimha Kavacha prayers every day. So we always pray to your well-being. And also, thanks for accepting our invitation once you came to our house and give us an opportunity to serve you. I always remember the Ramayana pastimes where Guha gets an opportunity to serve the Lord Ramchandra. So similarly, you gave us an opportunity to touch your lotus feet. And thank you for everything, Guru Maharaj.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Happy 76th Vyas Puja. Please accept my most humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. I still remember my first meeting with Srila Gurudev. It was at Shyama Priya Mataji's house. And I'm sure most of you are aware of the story of Narad Muni and Mrigari. So, in the story, it is said that when Mrigari saw the face of Narad Muni, at once all of his frustration and all the negative feelings were washed away. Similarly, I could feel all the tamas leaving my body and consciousness when I first saw the effulgent face of our Guru Maharaj. In the words of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Mahabhagavata dekhi papishra pamera gana bhakti dite prabhu karena bahu upkaran. That the pure devotees of the Lord, when they see the most fallen, most sinful souls, out of compassion, they devise many ways to deliver them. And we are all at the pinnacle of our fortune, that we can so conveniently access the mercy and association of such a Mahabhagavata.
It is generally seen in the Shastras how people who are situated in the mode of goodness are recommended to worship Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, but those who are in the mode of ignorance, ghosts, ghouls, demons, biggest of the sinners, are taken care by the topmost Vaishnav, Lord Shiva. Similarly, offenders and sinners like me are not qualified to worship Krishna, but because we've got the association of Param Vaishnav, our Guru Maharaj, therefore people like me also receive the opportunity to do some little service. Gurudev is like a very magnanimous father who would go out of his way to help his children, and I am a recipient of his mercy. But I am an ungrateful child. So Gurudev is so kind that he has given me the association of such wonderful God brothers and God sisters so that I can also learn to become grateful. I can certainly never live up to the standards of Gurudev, perhaps not in this lifetime, but just like Venu Vadak Prabhu mentioned, how Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shokati ache. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, hai tava pache pache. That Krishna is yours and you have the power to give him to me. I am simply your servant, running behind you, Krishna Krishna. So all I can endeavor for is to incessantly run behind Gurudev, because yatra gayanti mad bhakta tat pratishtami narada. That I reside, Krishna says, I reside where my devotees are singing my glories. And who can sing the glories of Krishna better than our Guru Maharaj? So we just need to run behind him. Thank you so much for
He's a Brajapasi. Yeah, so a real devotee.
Krishna, we accept my most humble objects at your divine Lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, our general founder Acharya and savior of all common souls. On this most sacred and joyful occasion of your 76th Vysya Puja, I offer my heartfelt gratitude and love to you, dear Maharaj. Your presence in this world is a gift of mercy, a shining example of what it means to live a life fully surrendered to Srila Prabhupada and to learn Sri Krishna. Through your words, your actions, and your gentle heart, you reveal the essence of bhakti, to share with humanity, to love without expectations, and to see Krishna within every circumstance. Before coming in contact with you, my understanding of spiritual life was limited. But through your teaching, I began to see that Krishna consciousness is not merely philosophy. It is a living, loving relationship between the soul. The spiritual master, the Supreme Lord, your guidance has brought both depth, clarity, and hope into my spiritual journey. Your kindness and compassion touch the hearts of everyone who meets you. Even from afar, your loving instruction and calm presence offers strength and inspiration. Your lectures and writings are filled with wisdom. Yet they reach us in such a personal and caring way, helping us remember that this spiritual life is becoming simple, sincere, and fully dependent on Krishna. Maharaj, your patience, humility, and dedication to serving others are qualities I deeply aspire to cultivate. You teach us not only through words, but by your personal examples, showing how one can live in the material world while remaining untouched by it, fully absorbed in serving Guru and Gauranga. On this special day, I offer my sincere prayers at your Lotus feet. May I always remember your mercy and instructions. May I never lose faith in the shelter of Guru and Krishna. May I serve you and Srila Prabhupada's mission with a humble, grateful heart. May I help in whatever small way I can to spread the holy name and this message of Lord Chaitanya to others. Please bless me and my family, Maharaj, that I may develop genuine humility, purity of thought, and stillness in my sadhana, so that my life can become a small offering of service to you. Thank you, Maharaj, for accepting this fallen soul and for continually guiding me toward the lotus feet of Krishna. I pray to remain always under your shelter
and to serve you with faith and love, now and forever. Hare Krishna.
Hare go.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances unto your divine feet. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for tolerating me. I've only known you for 2 years, but it feels like I've known you for a lot of time. A lot. And I can feel your personality. You're very energetic. I love your personality and everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Happy 76th Vyasa Puja. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. On this auspicious day of your Vyasa Puja, for my deepest gratitude to your Lotus feet. Maharaj, I was planning to prepare for this speech for a couple of days, tried ChatGPT and other AI tools, it really helped. Because I realized as others are speaking, it's very personal, very emotional thing. So while sitting here and silently taking my notes, hearing to all of you, I think I'll share something which during my early days in ISKCON, Krishna Consciousness Movement, probably 11 years ago, you were in the temple, and in one of the lectures you spoke about detachment. You spoke about a lot of things. One of the things that stuck to my brain was detachment. And the best way to practice anything in life is through practicing it. And over the years, I've learned this, how important it is for someone to practice what we preach. So as devotees, as preachers, I think practicing the concepts that we learn is very important. And I've seen that firsthand by observing you for a couple of years and trying to learn from it. It's a journey. I'm still learning. Not everything I've reached to that point, but thank you for guiding us. Thank you for showing to all of us that being in bhakti, you can also be good in a lot of other things, particularly science and technology, which you are in. And we should also strive for similar type of perfection, which then enables us to reach to others. So those are the small things I thought I'll share today. Thank you for accepting myself as your disciple, my parents as well. I wish you all the best. I pray to Narasimhadev for your good health and protection. Hopefully we'll continue to see you more often coming to Sydney, and as quite a few of you disciples talk about home visits, that's another great hallmark of leading from the front. So thank you, Maharaj, and happy yesterday.
Hello.
Vyasa Puja. It's a very special day. This is the day where I can see the love and compassion that we show to all the disciples, where they decide, the reciprocate in the realization that they share. And we also come to learn how the love and compassion we show to each other. I still remember the first, when I interacted with you, it was that Jayadika Mataji's house, that she has invited us to take your mercy, come and visit and take a mercy. And also to set a table right. She had bought a table there, and she wanted me to come and set the table right. That was the false pride. I was going to that, because Mataji, that I am going to set a table. But somehow, that day, my head was shattered. But lately I realized that on that fortunate day I was not there to set the table right. It was the other way around. It was that we were setting our life right. We and Sri Shakti Mataji were there, and under your mercy, we were setting
our life was set right. So thank you, Maharaj, for that and accepting us as your disciples in the faith. And also, we are very fortunate to have a guru who visits throughout the world, comes to each one of our house and convert those houses to a mini dhams. Some with your lotus will come there. And also, Guru Maharaj, it's an inspiration to see how you serve your Guru Maharaj and his Bani. It's an inspiration for us to take and serve you and Chila Baba's mission. So, we send you to Guru Maharaj. Pray to Lord Narasimha for your good health so that we will have this kind of Vyasa multiple times going forward. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Please accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet. Gurudev, I just want to say that, as Srila Prabhupada told us and you tell us, you epitomize simple living and high thinking. Just as a segue to what Gaurlila was saying about your austerities at New Goloka Dham, from living off the land to flying 30 hours, traveling all over the world, you have always been an exemplar for this. To say that, we are all going through so many trials and tribulations in this material world. We think we are successful in some sort of way, but we lose the essence of what it is to be a servant. And that is what you show us, and you are an exemplar for us, Gurudev. Just like Queen Kunti offers her prayers to Krishna, she says, those who hear, chant and repeat Krishna's glories, or even those who take darshan of those who are doing this, they are lucky enough to go back to Godhead. So Gurudev, it's simple for us to just follow what you say through your lectures, even your cooking, Gurudev, anything that is towards the spiritual world, we can just do what you are doing, we follow you, and it's simple for us. So Gurudev, and something as simple as our God family that helps us through everything. We are always begging for mercy to say, I would just want to do this right for Gurudev. And we have all beautiful God family, not just here in Australia, but as you have said, all over the world. They will all be there to help us. So all I pray is, Gurudev, you please allow us to continue to serve you and serve Vaishnavas everywhere. And just be here. That's all we will need, Gurudev. So all glories to you, Gurudev. All glories to you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Nandal Pranams, please accept my humble obeisances on the lotus feet. On this occasion of your 76th Vyas Puja, my heartfelt obeisances and best wishes for you, Maharaj. And we pray to Narasimha for your good health and prosperity, Hare Krishna. I'm not a very good orator as so many other people, but Maharaj, my simple pleading is I'm not as qualified to glorify you. Why I'm saying this is because of the so many gems that you have produced and who are your mind, hand, legs, everything who are present amongst our society. Maharaj, I remember you visiting and inaugurating the mantra card ceremony in the Radha Govindaji temple, and what you started there is now, Maharaj, I wish to update that now we have already completed the ground floor and we are in the process of completing the first floor. And all this is because of all the disciples of you, Maharaj, who are steadfast and without any untiring efforts that we have been able to progress so far. So I can only thank you, Maharaj, for taking time and effort to visit us continuously in Sydney and blessing all of us. And I wish you are the closest to all of us. And
when we always see you, we always remember Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Maharaj. His Grace, Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Gurudev, happy 76th Vyasa Puja. Gurudev, I know there are all such wonderful devotees of yours, so we feel very significant to talk, but still we do not want to miss this opportunity. Gurudev, thank you very much for being always there for us. And we were lost in the material world because you found us and held us up and kept us under your wings. Sorry, David. I was trying to compose my emotions. And also, Gurudev, we know that we are absolutely disqualified to be devotees of Krishna. And it was you took a big risk, Gurudev, out of your selfless love to initiate us. And it is not only you initiated us, but we also maintain our devotional service in your causeless mercy and your body and your food. And how else we could even imagine to be on this path of devotional service. Gurudev, you are our eternal lighthouse who guide us to the shore of Mahaprabhu and Sri Radha Swamsundar. So we really beg for your blessings, Gurudev, so that you bless us with your mood of service so that we can imbibe that and follow your footsteps life after life. I know we are not eligible, but your mercy would empower us. Gurudev, you are our living Bhagavatam. So thank you for us. Thank you for accepting us as your disciples. Thank you very much.
I cannot read anything more than but I always pray to Krishna that we have many more you let us to serve you, and we always want to see you. I want to say so many things, but my mind is very thought disordered, and my frontal lobe is very advanced, so I apologize. But I'm always very excited to see you. Please, bless us that we can keep serving you. Hare Krishna. Very well.
And I pray for your safety on your mother's side.
Hare Krishna, to all the devotees. Happy 76, the Puja. Very respectful obediences to my beloved Guru, all the ways to Srila Prabhupada and the entire Palapura. I dreamt about seeing you in a deity form, and that's when I knew that you were going to be my Guru. When you came for home visits, you taught me the importance of compassion, and you told me not to be too anxious as it would be quickly. I've learned that Krishna doesn't punish. I've learned from your lectures that we must follow the path of Lord Ram and not Lord Krishna for obvious reasons. Your words remind me that spiritual life is not about perfection and about sincere effort to please Krishna and our spiritual master. Happy 76 Vyasa Puja. Thank you.
Happy Bhava.
Okay. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please do accept my obeisances in your lotus feet. Guru Maharaj, no scripture or Vedas or anyone can describe the glories and the mercy of my Guru. The reason for that is, to be honest, Gurudev, I am so sinful that even till date now, I don't do 16 rounds, or I neither practices all the principles, but only thing which you once blessed me, that you blessed me to serve your lotus feet once, and that's the till date only thing I have did. That only one thing. And since that, Gurudev, you kill so many impurities which I was following from 25 plus years, that sometimes when I look back, I
still see that how all this happens, and that's just because once you allow me to serve your lotus feet, that's the one. Today, on this auspicious day, O Maharaj, O ocean of mercy, with my both hands folded, I beg you that I am the most fallen and most lazy and idiot student who literally don't have strength to, go through scriptures, and then who don't do that, who is always depends upon your extra care and extra mercy. So I beg from you that Guru Maharaj, please do kill the other impurities which are in me. Please do kill the seeds of lust and other things, so that with your bless I can float in Krishna's blissfulness once. That's my humble request and begging from you, and please always keep my hand and always be me in your shelter all the time. Thanks Gurudev. All glories to my Gurudev. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Gurudev Maharaj. Thank you Gurudev.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet, and happy 76th Vyas Puja. On this day of your Vyas Puja, I want to give a big thank to your associates, Keshav Prabhu, Astika Prabhu, Navdeep Prabhu, Naveen, and many more, to share your love and guide us on this Krishna conscious path every moment. And the special moment, as we all share this thing, that your home visits, when you come personally and give us personal association and give us these sinful souls to serve you and touch your lotus feet. This is a very deep topic to be discussed, especially me and Prabhu. We always, we are not appropriate to even get your association, but you are giving us your close association, and you reciprocating. When you are not here, you are like, even we message you, and we have surety that definitely Gurudev is going to respond and going to reciprocate on our message, and whether it is guidance or just to be in touch, even due to your busy schedule, even then you take time for us and give us your association. And mostly when you, and the other thing, when you visiting us at that time creates us so enthusiastic that Gurudev will come, and they will threat us that we will complain to Gurudev that you're doing this and that. Gurudev said us that please message me if your parents don't follow my teaching and they force Krishna consciousness to use, just message me. We will message Gurudev that you're doing this and that. And Bhakti Sari, she always saying that, Gurudev is, when you are going out of studying, I'm going to miss Gurudev. When he's going to come back? Why he always go around, and I miss him. So yes, Gurudev, definitely when you visiting us, that is a special moment. And please bless us that we can serve you and Srila Prabhupada. And we are thankful to Srila Prabhupada to give, who given you to us, and he bless us with your association. And whenever I am reading Srila Prabhupada Lila Amrit, I always can see while reading your shadow, Prabhupada's shadow in you, that yes, you are preaching Srila Prabhupada's message to us. You are giving each and every moment you are giving us Srila Prabhupada. When you are here, we can't feel that Prabhupada is not here. Every moment we are living, and your enlightenment smile, you when make us forget each and everything, all our material miseries we forget when we see your smiling face. And even sometimes if I don't understand something what you say, but when you are smiling, I feel so connected that yes, we forget every material miseries and we feel that we are in a spiritual bliss. Please bless all of us who are assembled here and who are not able to come even, that we can serve Srila Prabhupada and your movement and make you, both of you or all Gurudevs, make proud of us that yes, we have spread the Krishna consciousness all around, and we pray to the Blessing Bhagavan that he shower his mercy on you and give you a good health. And not only this, you enlightening us, you are inspiring us in all moments of life, like whether it is a health. I see your videos of teaching how to make healthy prasadam and even how to, not only spiritually, you are inspiring us by health also, that how to manage our health in a good way so that we can serve Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you so much. Please accept our humble obeisances and forgive us for any sin we made or any offenses we made. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Happy 76th years Puja.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you so much for visiting us year after year. So fortunate to be in Sydney and to have your association so regularly coming to our places. And I think so many of us made a mention of that. And I personally feel so blessed that such personal association with you. And yeah, we spoke about a lot of your austerities, and one austerity that we always get to see is what you eat. And your very, very strict regimen, and I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to live up to that and cook for you personally. That's my secret wish. And just a few months back, I was a bit sick, and I had to come on a strict diet, and it was really hard because I love my chili. And that's when I thought about you, and I was like, okay, if Gurudev can do it, I can do it as well. So that was just a personal anecdote that I wanted to share. And praying to Radha Gopinath for your good health and your blessings. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Brother. Many, many happy 76th Vyas Puja. Basically, belated happy birthday. All praise to Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, and Gauranga. That's all. Thank you. I mean,
That's Puja to Gurudev, Hare Krishna. Warmest wishes on the auspicious 4th anniversary of Gurudev. May their divine presence continue to guide and inspire us towards the path of love, peace, and spiritual growth. May their teaching illuminate our lives, filling our hearts with compassion, wisdom, and joy. Expect your life, long life, and we need your blessings for all of families of our devotees. Thank you.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Happy 76th Vyas Puja. I'm sorry, I cannot speak. I speak only Telugu. Sorry, Maharaj. Not Telugu. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. నేను 2 సంవత్సరాల క్రితం దేశం తీసుకున్నాను. అప్పటి నుంచి భక్తిలో బాగా ఉన్నాను మహాప్రభు. ఇక ముందుకు వెళ్ళే విధంగా నాకు కలిపి మహాప్రభు.
So he has been taken initiation for 2 years, and from those 2 years he has been practicing really well, and he wants to progress ahead nicely with your blessings.
బృందావనంలో మీతో పాటు ఇవాళ గిరి ప్రదక్షిణ చేయాలనుకున్నాను.
He wants to come and do Govardhan Parikrama with you, with your blessings, and if he can make it.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Happy Vyasa Puja. Gurudev, we are extremely fortunate. I feel extremely grateful for everything that I have been receiving from you. I am so ignorant that I didn't even realize I am so ignorant. I was in so much ignorance, and out of that ignorance I was suffering so badly, Gurudev. I personally was suffering and I was creating suffering for others. But because of the wonderful words emanating from your lotus mouth, it changed my consciousness so much, Gurudev. And you are, with so much determination and purity, repeating Srila Prabhupada's words. And these words has changed our lives for the best, Gurudev. Gurudev, I am extremely grateful for teaching us so many wonderful things, including Krishna consciousness and how to be practically be Krishna conscious, especially through your sattvic diet and your empathic communication, Gurudev. I'm still a poor communicator, and I was experiencing difficulty to express my desires and express my needs to my beloved family members, my friends, and especially coming to Krishna consciousness, I was avoiding them, thinking that they will be distracting me in Krishna consciousness. But through your book, in empathic communication, you have very wonderfully described how to practice communication and how to communicate to everyone, like how you can communicate to your dad and mom even after coming into Krishna consciousness. So thank you so much for that, Gurudev. I may not have a Kula Guru, but I have a very cool Guru. And thank you so much for your sense of humor, Gurudev. In the world that we currently live in, as the days goes by and we progress more into Kali Yuga, we experience more and more stress. I am seeing everyone suffering more and more. And you, by your humor and, you teach us how to be very chill and cool and be happy in Krishna consciousness. We are very extremely fortunate for your mercy, Gurudev. On this auspicious day, I would humbly beg you to forgive me for any of my offenses that I do with passion, and continue to be tolerant and merciful to me. Thank you, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev. Happy Vyasa Puja. Before I met you, I was struggling to chant my rounds. But now I have conviction that there is nothing more powerful than the holy name. Nothing more powerful that, even when you compare to black magic, ghosts, anything, the holy name is most powerful. And when I was chanting previously, I was thinking that I shouldn't have any desires, so I wasn't able to connect to Krishna. But you helped me understand how Dhruva Maharaj was the most sincere chanter, and that really changed my life. And now I'm able to, when I'm in stress or fear or when I'm having troubles, I'm able to take my chanting piece and, connect to Krishna. So that's a very big thing for me. Thank you, Gurudev. Another thing is that you really helped me clear up many of my misunderstandings in the process of Krishna consciousness. I thought that detesting the material world means you have to be depressed. And I also thought that, you can eat anything in the name of Prashadam. And I had so many different misconceptions. And even when I was reading so many Srila Prabhupada's books, I used to consider the details to be absolute. But they were, in many ways, so many things, they were stopping me from growing because I wasn't able to expand my vision. But you helped me understand the Mula Srila Prabhupada, and you helped me how to practice Krishna consciousness in a healthy way. And I'm so grateful to all the visits that you make in Sydney. Every of our interactions have put a really big impression in my heart. And I feel every time you visit, you address another of one of my anarthas. And I feel like each layer of my anarthas get peeled in front of you, and I'm slowly becoming more and more happy and blissful by your mercy. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for teaching me what Srila Prabhupada says about having the courage of an Englishman and the heart of a Bengali mother. That's what I see in you, Gurudev. And I was thinking about your instructions about how we should not want to go back to Godhead. And I've been really meditating on that desire because I was really scared that if I come back to the material world, I might get detached. But then I realized that if you're there and I have your association, then it doesn't matter if I take birth again because you'll always protect me. So I pray that I do get the service, your service in every life. And please forgive me for anything I've done out of ignorance. And I hope I can one day please you. Hare Krishna.
Please accept my respectful obeisances. Maharaj speaks to the universal nature of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam that all the advice that you give and guidance that you give is always so relatable in spite of your elevation, your renunciation and your ecstatic worship of Sri Krishna and service of Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, I really want to thank you. I appreciate so much that you are stern with our youth when you need to be, and clear but never callous, and you are always merciful with them. Thank you very discriminate with your small mercies and with your small mercies, our special mercies. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hello.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your holiness. So I'm grateful to have this opportunity to express my gratitude to you. When you addressed us, you mentioned that we are all Srila Prabhupada's family. Your approachability and your prompt responses on WhatsApp beautifully reflect the spirit of family, making it easy for us to connect with you and feel personally cared for. You have guided me when I needed it most, and your approachability makes my heart warm. So many times when I speak with you or hear you, it is very similar to the values I want to imbibe in Krishna consciousness. That we need to be inviting to everyone, and that we have to be a Vaishnava from inside, and that the outer layer doesn't matter. Thank you for always guiding me and responding to my WhatsApp messages. Your humble servant.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. I just wanted to say a couple of things why I appreciate you and stuff. So the first thing I wanted to say is it's really easy to be like devoted and inspired when you're here and stuff. Like you make it feel really like easy to go to like more than past for example and stuff, and to hear some of the pastimes and some of the thoughts and purports from the Parliament and things like that and stuff. Before work, it's always nice to go to morning class like that to start off my day. So you really make it easy to attend those things because it doesn't feel like it's boring at all. My second point was that you always had like a really contemporary application of the thing, like ISKCON and what we need to do and stuff like that, and how to implement that in our day-to-day life. I think it really helps me. This to become the person I am today. And finally, you really teach me the importance of humility and tolerance, with especially with that example you gave of book distribution and how that sort of service opens other doors to understanding how important it is to be humble and stuff. It really reminds me of the third verse in this where he says you must be humble to be strong spirit. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Right.
It's
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. So I've been listening to everybody speak here, and most people here actually said that. Like the Father's been we guide them on time.
It's more than just one. Maybe we stop. And so that's true for both Keshav and I. And I'd like to actually say you're like a grandfather to both of us. And you've always taken care of us and listened to us. Whatever we had to say, that's how you've always treated us. And so for a long time, you've adjusted your travel plans and day-to-day schedules to what would be realistic and fit with everybody in our schedules. I remember when we were sitting at, I can't remember whose house it was a long time ago. We were maybe 10, 11 years old at the time, and we came for a visit. It was on the last day, and we've been going to every single morning class and dinner program for the whole trip, and you asked us, oh, so how come you've been around so much? And we excitedly told you that it was school holidays. And so we honestly did humbly ask you if you could come during school holidays more often, so we could continue to attend those programs. And for a very long time, that is what you did, and it helped not only us, but it's like my in Ghana, we could always have that association. And so even to this day, you spend that time with both of us, asking us how education is going, whether or not I got my driving license or not. Even just teasing me about my cooking, asking Vysya how he's going, even interrogating Melody Prabhu about where he's going for his internship, why he's going there, why it's so far away. And then once you decided it was a good idea for him to go, you actually reassured my mom, no, you raised Vysya well, he'll be fine, don't worry about him, it's good for his independence. And we still continue to say that to this day. And so, yeah. So we say the Guru Ashtakam every single morning, we say it during Aarti. And I just want to draw attention to the first verse. So we say Samsaradava Ganalita Loka Pranaya Kaluna Ganaganatam. And so that roughly translates to you are an ocean of mercy, who went come through a blazing forest fire of material existence. And I know that's not a literal translation. Both are overrated. And so I think that's really what you are to us, to guide us and tell us what to do, what's right, what's wrong. And you don't say it in such a way that it's a hard line. You guide us, you tell us what's a good idea, and what we do from there is our choice. And I just want to finish on the point. I may not be initiated by you, but I will always endeavor my very best to serve you, and whether that's cooking, doing the laundry, or even just helping my parents prepare for your visits. I enjoy doing that. Thank you, Gurudev. If I made any offenses or anything of service to you, I keep
Because it's very important with the young people not to force them in Krishna consciousness and let them find their comfort zone in Krishna consciousness. We find that continually when we go to people's homes. The parents are saying, you gotta change your rounds. If you don't change rounds, no prasadam for you today. So the poor, now I'm not saying it happened in that case, but no. But in many cases it happens like that. And we just have to set a good example. Our Prabhupada said example is more important than anything said. And then leave it up to the individual. Everyone has free will. Isn't it? Everyone has free will. Can't force it. And the person is the same. The person convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. But a person chooses to do something, they become fixed in Krishna consciousness. Okay. Next person. Oh.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Namo Krishna Padaya Krishna Vysya Bhutri. Srimati Bir Krishna Goswami. Namo Krishna Padaya Krishna Vysya Bhutri. Shakti Kalam Kananasam.